All right, guys, Dr. Corey here. We are covering the top of the pyramid, all right? So we are covering the top of the pyramid. What is left is just customization. So whatever, I always call it fine-tuning is another good word. So people get their foundation right, they drop weight, they feel better, anxiety, depression is decreasing, the body's starting to work like it should because it's getting the biochemistry that it needs. And we cover a lot. And then we sprinkle in some functional foods to kind of help with that. It allows us to stay convenient on the go. So that we still are building a foundation. And then we've taken our daily 4, so we've gotten more minerals in that maybe are lacking from even the foods nowadays. So that is in. So whatever's left, which is usually not a lot if you're doing all of these, would be just the fine-tuning of customization. Okay, so what does that look like? Boy, it can range. It can range from some stress support, from some fish oil to just whatever herbs are needed, even on the estrogen, if you're struggling with like estrogen dominant side, balancing of female hormones, it's really whatever's left, all right? And a lot of times, people are starting to get like more lab tests up here just to fine tune and see, is there any smoke in the kitchen that I'm unaware of, meaning I don't have any symptoms, I'm just checking myself to see, am I really healthy? And then whatever is there, we can kind of bring in some supplementation to fine tune. But like I said, it's so important that this all happens first so that there is less up here. Okay, that's the key. You can inverse this, but it's not going to work out for you guys, all right? You can't make up for not having the foundation. It's just, and I've seen it happen, and people want that pill, they want that like marketing of like, okay, I got that, oh yeah, I got that, oh I got this. And they come in with this laundry list of all the stuff they're taking on a daily basis, and it's expensive, and it's not even, it's not working because you're just throwing dart. I mean, you're guessing. So, or it's pharmaceuticals, whether it's supplements or pharmaceuticals, it doesn't matter. If you don't get this right, you're going to be on a ton of pharmaceutical medications trying to balance biochemistry. So this should be the smallest tip of the pyramid, and it should be whatever's left. Now, I mentioned tests, don't guess what? Assess, right? Don't guess, assess. Don't guess what this is. Assess to see what it is. Assessments, test-wise, there's 4 or 5 tests I really like. All right, we'll hammer through them. I won't go into detail, but then I'll cover another good solution. So one, I like a good DNA test, right? So DNA has come a long ways. DNA lets me know on a patient standpoint what things may be there that I've got to make sure we can get ahead of, depending on the genetics. So that's one. The other one would be what we call OATS test, organic acid test. It allows me to look at organic acids, which are involved in biochemistry, to see where things are lacking in the body. So OATS. And then I like we use Dutch test, the Dutch Complete for our female hormones. I shouldn't even say female because males do it too. For our hormone test is a better word. And on the core of the stress hormone side, all right? So that test does both of those. And then depending, we may use a fecal test. Fecal is going to help me really dive into gut problems. Or we'll use, and I should say on top of that, we'll use a blood draw, but a very comprehensive blood draw. When we look at blood, we're not going to just pull TSH, T3, T4, right? That means, is the kitchen on fire? We're going to go upstream. We're going to look at a full thyroid panel. We're going to look at, vitamin D. We're going to look at B12. We're going to look at A1C, C-reactive. We're going to look at liver enzymes. We're going to look at all that in our blood draw. So our blood draw is very big because it allows us to cast a broad net. So those are the main tests, all right? On top of that, now what we've done is some people say, Doc, I don't have a budget for that right now. And I'm going to say, okay, start saving because that is important. But if we want to get there now, what we've done is we've created a 350 questionnaire that allows us to get close to the results of these tests. So that way we're not guessing. We can still kind of go in there and just see what is priority, what things might you be lacking. That's a complementary test. So we've been able to do that now, which is great. And we've been pretty close when you get the results back of that with all the results of this stuff, and you can kind of pair it together. So I do like that. If you need that test, I would say reach out to us, Des Moines at experiencereset.com, and we can send that out to you. And then you can fill it out, and we'll get the answers back, kick you out the email of kind of where you're at with things, and go from there. So that is another way to do it. So that is the customization. And like I said, it should be the smallest part of your pyramid if we get this right.